Greetings. Greetings.
If the rebel in me can touch the rebel,
Greetings.
and the rebel in you can touch the rebel in me.
Greetings. Greetings.
NIA and other. Okay, Menelik? Hello, Menelik. Yes, as I said, we want to talk to Heru Menelik. I don't know what is happening to our telephone connection. Let me try again.
Greetings.
Yes, hello, Menelik. Hello? Menelik, are you there?
Yeah, man, I'm holding.
Okay, all right. Hold on there now. Yes, we are talking to now Heru Menelik. Menelik, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir, yes. And as I said, I would like us to start this evening's discussion, by looking at you telling us what is happening to the UNIA in Jamaica at this time.
Well, the UNIA, as we all know, started by the Honorable Marcus Garvey.
Yes, of course.
And we honored his words.
Yes.
And as such, we want his words to be second nature to every Jamaican.
Yes.
As such, the philosophy and opinion, that great book that was put together by his wife, Amy Jakes Garvey, we are urging the government to ensure that every school has even one copy.
Right.
I must congratulate his
Menelik?
and they have agreed to have, yes. Am I online?
Yes, of course. I am hearing you. You.
Yes. So they will institute a program. It is being headed by Major F.M. White. And it's known as Marcus Garvey in Schools.
Okay. Yes.
In which every school will have copies of the philosophy and opinions.
Right.
But to take it one step further, they're going to institute a program in our teachers' college, with Micro College being the flagship. That we teach the teachers that they can teach the students.
That's very good.
Because what we found is that the teachers didn't have a full grasp of the philosophy.
Yes.
So we thought it prudent that the teachers are being taught, and then they can impart the information to the students.
Very, very good. Last year, you will recall that we were talking about, you and I had this plan to get the authorities to name Sentence Bay Marcus Garvey City, and you and I were supposed to make some connection with the relevant authorities. Kindly update us on where we are with that.
Okay. The Saint and Musical Council had been contacted. And basically, they are in agreement because they are actually putting it on the floor of the municipal council.
Yes.
And basically, we are looking that before the year is out, we should have the pronouncement that St. Anne's Bay is now Marcus Garvey City.
Okay. Okay.
And we are looking that it can be like a financial center.
Yes.
Just as how the Muslims go to Mecca every year, St. Anne's Bay will become the Mecca of the black world.
Uh-huh.
So we'll have people coming to St. Anne's Bay to visit his birth site. And at the birth site, we are planning to have a museum there that we can have artifacts of the UNIA and Mr. Garvey.
Yes, sir.
So we'll be bringing a constant influx of tourists to St. Anne's Bay / Garvey City. And that would help to boost the economy of that North Coast
Very, very
city.
good. Very, very good. Now, Eru, you know that there is in progress now is the Constitution. You know that we are the government. We are about to break with the monarchy, and we want to Jamaicanize the Constitution. Now, you must have heard and read what they are proposing so far. Now, what is the UNIA's position on the Constitution?
Well, foremost, we are saying that the lands now known as crown lands must become the people's land.
Yes.
We have 753 squatter settlements that have been identified by the government.
Yes.
And in those 753, we have almost 1 million Jamaicans living in the condition that they call squatters. That would not augur well for any nation. If we look at these lands carefully, we are looking at the commission of crime, and a lot of these individuals that are caught live in these cities,
Yes.
these communities.
Yes.
So we are saying every Jamaican should have a plot of land.
Right.
When we look at the square miles, Jamaica has 3.4 million acres of land. 1 acre of land can give you 10 comfortable housing lots. So in truth and in fact, Jamaica has 34 million housing lots. And you have over a million of your population homeless.
Yes.
Which is wrong.
Yes, sir.
So paramount on our agenda is land for the landless, both to provide homes and both to provide a farming. Because we know that, a man can use a plot of land and live comfortable. Plant callaloo. I lived off callaloo for 4 years.
Yes.
I had a half acre of land that I produced callaloo. And that's what I lived on for 4 years.
Okay. 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 So UNI is saying that the land, making lands available for the landless should be included in the Constitution.
Yes, yes.
Okay, sir.
Because if you have no more crown lands, what are you going to do with the crown lands?
Yes,
It must be the people's land.
yes,
And we don't even have to go back to 1834 to realize that our foreparents worked from 1834 to 1838 without pay,
yes,
which they call the apprenticeship period.
yes,
When we calculate it at that rate in those days, that's over 20 million pounds.
yes.
So if we bring it forward to this time, we are looking at trillions of dollars
So you're not
owing to us.
you're not including the 300 years of slavery. Free.
No, no, just that 1834 to 1838 period.
Okay. Yes.
Because remember, we work for free and they called it apprenticeship period.
Yes. And that
And
is
the crown paid to the white settlers 20 million pounds
yes.
for the loss of their labor.
Yes, sir. Yes. They got paid.
So we equated to what we would have earned for that 4 years.
Yes.
20 million pounds.
Yes. Okay. Is there apart from land? What is there any other area that you see the new constitution should focus on, or what else should be included in it?
We are looking very seriously at state-funded education.
Yes.
Presently, 82% of our high school students are failing. Because one, the parents cannot afford the school fees in many cases. So we have a lot of dropouts and they become street youths wiping windshield at the stoplights. So we are saying state-funded education from basic school to tertiary.
Okay.
And we just have to look to our north. Cuba has state-funded education up to tertiary level.
Yes, sir. Right.
So it's not that you're asking something that is unrealistic. It is achievable.
Yes. Yes. I know that Mr. De Aguilar, you know, he has also indicated that free healthcare should be included in the Constitution too.
Yes, but I don't like to use the term free.
Yes.
Nothing is free. State funded.
Yes.
Because it has to be paid for.
Yes, it has to be paid for. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Right. So, and the other thing, Eru, is that the people, the ordinary Jamaicans, must have a say, must participate in the drafting, in the reforming of this constitution. In other words,
definitely,
we don't want I know they have a committee. We don't want a group of men and women to take a position in having secret meetings behind closed doors, and then they make decisions and then come and tell us about those decisions. We must discuss, and our ideas must also be taken on board and included wherever it's possible. We're not saying everything that is going to be included, but they must consult with the people.
Yes, consultation is key.
Yeah.
Because they must remember they are our representative.
Yes, sir. Yes.
We entrusted that power in them to represent us, so our voice must be heard.
Yeah. So That is one of the that we want. We want total participation. We don't want them to sit and then by themselves, and then they come to us and tell us what they
No,
yes, we don't.
those days are long gone. The Bucky Master, Bakra Master days are gone.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Consultation is the way forward.
absolutely, absolutely.
But I'd like to also include the sister plank to education, which is health.
Yes.
Too many of our people are dying because they cannot afford health. I was just talking to a young lady. She has a heart condition, and she need $134,000 just to do the scanning. She can't afford it.
Yes.
So she cannot go to the next stage to get treatment because they don't know what they are going to treat.
Yes.
So this young lady can die before anything happens.
Oh my. Yes.
And that is replicated over and over throughout Jamaica.
Yes.
People sit at the hospital waiting for a doctor to look at them and fall down and die.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So we are saying state funded healthcare must be the order of the day.
Yes. 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 We have to.
Your greatest asset is your life.
Yes.
And if the state cannot, and you are the asset to the state, so if the state cannot produce the different things to keep you as a healthy person, because looking at even medicine, the type of medicine we practice in Jamaica is reactive medicine. We wait until people get sick, then we try to cure them.
Yes.
You understand? We are saying we must practice proactive medicine
Yes.
so we prevent before any event of illness can take you.
Absolutely. Right. Right. Those are some of the more important things that we must address. We the other thing, Ero, is that so it is the argument is advanced that we are going republic.
Yes, yes.
Now, one of the things that the people should know, we want to discuss, the republic with the people. Now, of course, you have republics with similar system of government as we have right now. That is, you have republics around the world. But you have republics with the system of government, where the system of government is different. I think that we must have a discussion with the people so that the people are aware of the different kinds of republics from a governmental point of view, so that the people can make a decision. Now, what they are advancing is, for example, yes, we break with the monarchy, but then we have a ceremonial president and the prime minister. Now, the ceremonial president, that is another governor general, right?
Yes, yes.
No, so the question is, do we want a ceremonial president or we want an executive president? The people should be part of that decision-making process. Don't you think so?
Well, if you have a ceremonial president, you're in fact paying $1 million per day to keep a ceremonial president, and that would be coming out of the people's pocket.
Yes. You mean
So
to?
we are saying we have to do away with that, and we have to know that it is an executive president that does the work of the people.
Right. Right. So that is it. We want to know because you see, one of the things I observe that the 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 authorities they would prefer to do as little. In other words, the existing model of government. They want to retain that. They don't want to make any changes, that is going to upset the existing model of government. What they would like is just for us to, all right, we break with the monarchy, and then the prime minister and the leader of the opposition, they elect a president, select a president, and then the existing system of government continues. We believe that decision should be made by the people. And also, if we are going republic, we must also decide whether we want to change the existing model of government. Don't you think so, Eru?
Of course, we must come to the people, that the people decide the form of government that we need.
Yeah.
And we just have to look at what has happened in the past have brought us to where we are. So that means what we were doing in the past, something is terribly wrong with that system.
Okay.
That brings us to this sort of society that we have. Decadence all over.
Yes.
We have produced so many homeless people, so many beggars, so many illiterate and semi-illiterate people.
Yes, sir.
Under that banner.
Yes.
So we must do things differently.
Of course.
And in order to do it differently, it cannot be a top-down decision making as in the past. Mm-hmm. The people must be actively involved. And this is why the parliament is called the House of Representatives. You are representing the will of the people.
Yes, sir.
So the people must have a say in it.
Yes. That's it. We don't want decisions to be made and handed down to us.
No.
Because, and I am of the view that there should be some. We are going republic. We should make some changes to the existing form of government. We just can't continue with what we have for so long. No, when this system.
And
yes, go.
We have to seriously look at the structure of our business world, because we have too many big businesses making trillions of dollars in profit, and we have workers in that same organization can barely find food. I was just talking to a man, and I gave him a plate of food. And you know what the man said? I can't eat this now for wait till later because I don't know if I'm going to get dinner later.
Oh my.
And this is a working person.
And that you gave him lunch?
Yes, I gave him lunch, and man, who only can say, listen, I can't eat this,
Yeah.
Because later tonight, why I don't know where I'm going to eat.
Why? No.
You understand? So the salary that he is having cannot take him from one week to the next week.
Yes.
It finished on Wednesday, so Wednesday going down. He's broke.
Yes.
So one of the things that we looked at years ago, the ESOP program, the Employee Share Ownership Program, in which you have people here today working with one company 20 and 30 years, 40 years, and all you get is a little pen at the end of 40 years and a pension that you can't live off. We are saying we must institute employee share ownership programs in all these companies.
Yes.
So that you, the worker, when you gone 10 or 20 or 30 years, you are part owner of that company.
Yes, sir. Yes. Right. We need, it is clear that we need some changes. We are going to
Radical
yeah,
changes.
yes. We don't want them to just move a little here and move a little there, and then bring back, impose the same measures, the same system which we have had for decades, and we have seen the results, right? For example, we want a system that is where the managers, those who we elect to manage the system, they are accountable. Right now, there's no system of accountability, you know. Apart from we identify deficiencies, we identify these instances where things are left unaccountable, and then no action is taken. We don't want to continue with that, and we have to deal with the corruption, right? So this phase that we are entering into now, the change of the system of government, it must be a real change, not a fake change.
Yes.
Yeah. Not right. So
And when you use that word accountable, it is very serious,
yes.
because we see the one-time spending of government money going missing, and no one is held accountable.
No, sir. No.
It must get to a stage of transparency that all public officials must be accountable.
Yes.
And we must have the impeachment clause that if you are not performing as an elected official, we can remove you before that 5-year term is completed.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Any form of malfeasance, we remove you.
Yes. Right. The existing system is not working, and we don't want them to reimpose it on us. That is what we don't want.
No way.
No, don't want. So we'll have to, do whatever is necessary. So, want to thank you very much for your contribution, and as you know, we have to continue voicing our views on these issues, and Rebel Radio platform is open. So thank you very much.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Yes.
Give thanks.
Yes, that was Brother Eru Menelik, and we were talking about the UNIA's position on the Constitution. And you know that what is being advanced now, for as far as the Constitution is concerned. We want some changes. We want some change. We don't want to what we have now. We don't want that. We would like some changes. We'd like some changes, and we must advocate for some changes. We cannot continue. We don't want them to just impose the same thing that we have now. We want some changes, serious changes too, right? And we're going to take a break, and then we are going to be talking to Dr. Lloyd Barnett. So let us take a break. And this is Rebel Radio, and I'm Desmond Richards.
To me, I love him because he gave me the victory. Many people doubt him, but I can do it.
Budget Supplies is back. We had a fire. We are still open. We still have the best prices in Jamaica, and yes, we have a big sale on for the month of March. Farm ply, gypsum board, lumber, trucks and studs, and white toilets from $11,999. 10% off new PVC windows, water tanks, paints, and doors. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. New Budget Supplies is back. We had a fire. We are still open. We still have the best prices in Jamaica, and yes, we have a big sale on for the month of March. Farm ply, gypsum board, lumber, trucks and studs, and white toilets from $11,999. 10% off new PVC windows, water tanks, paints, and doors. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies.
Do it for your best life. Go check your HIV status. So keep your life trending, no pretending. Me I tell yourself it, do it for you, do it for you. Every time you are link with a condom, coulda Ozzy, coulda wife, coulda be a random. Condom connect and protect your profile. Be your own fan. Do it for your best life. Do it for your best life. Do it. Don't put yourself at risk. Condom connect every time. Do it for your best life. Do it.
It's a girl Shensia with a message to you from myself and the Ministry of Health and Wellness. Shen Yang, everyone say wear a mask where the numbers drop. I don't want COVID, lay your down flat. Nose and mouth, you fi cover up that. Oh oh, oh oh. Sanitizer gets hospitalized. Fight the virus, then fight for your life, yeah. Nobody talk about say you no response no more. Don't be reckless, cause your test say you not have it. You can still get the virus from somebody. Don't be reckless, cause your test say you not have it. You can still get the virus. So keep the numbers down. Protect yourself and the people around. COVID in town, 6 feet apart and 6 feet in the ground. Keep the numbers down. Protect yourself and the people around. COVID in town, 6 feet apart and 6 feet in the ground. Stay alive, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive.
This is for the little child without a father, for that man that doesn't have a place to stay, for that little boy living with hate. This is my story. There's a man standing on the corner. He has no home, he has no food, and his blue skies are gone. Can you hear him cry? Oh Lord, there's a girl searching for a father and a friend, praying that the storm will someday end. But instead of walking away, open up your heart and say, I am here. You don't have to worry, I can see your tears. I'll be there in a hurry when you call. Friends are there to catch you when you fall. He's my shoulder, you can lean on me. Well, yeah. There's a child who is sick and begging to be free, but there is no cure for his disease. He looked up to his mother as she holds his hand, praying that someday the sun will shine again and the pain will end. I am here. You don't have to worry, I can see your tears. I'll be there in a hurry when you call. Friends are there to catch you when you fall. He's my shoulder, you can lean on me. Tell me how can I love Jesus when I never seen his face. Yet if I see you dying, I wouldn't turn and walk away. So hold my hand and let me take you to a friend of mine who is waiting just to ease your troubled mind. He loves you more than you'll ever know. Instead of walking away, open up your heart and say, there's a man standing on the corner. He has no home, he has no food, and his blue skies are gone. Can you hear him cry? Oh Lord, I am here. You don't have to worry, I can see your tears. I'll be there in a hurry when you call. Friends are there. I'm living for Jesus. Living for Jesus, yeah. Oh, I wanna be remembered as a man who sings songs for Jesus Christ, who was willing to lay down his life, do his will no matter what the price. Well, I'm singing for the deaf man who can hear about salvation through my song. And I'm singing for the blind man who can see the light in me and come along. Live for Jesus, that's what matters. And when other houses crumble, mine be strong. Live for Jesus, that's what matters. That you see the light in me and come along. La 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 la. There are times when I am tempted to turn off the rugged road that traveled on. There are times when I say, Jesus, can you find another man to sing your song? Well, I know I'm not the only one that could sing this melody. But he has chosen me to bless me and to lead me into what is best for me. Live for Jesus, that's what matters. And when other houses crumble, mine be strong. Live for Jesus, that's what matters. That you see the light in me and come along. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, I wanna be remembered as a man who sings songs for Jesus Christ, who was willing to lay down his life, do his will no matter what the price. Live for Jesus, that's what matters. That when other houses crumble, might be strong. Live for Jesus, that's what matters, yeah. That you see the light in me and come along. Live for Jesus, that's what matters. And when other houses crumble, mine be strong. Live for Jesus, that's what matters, yeah. That you see the light in me and come along. That you see the light in George and come along. That you see the light in me and come along. That you see the light in me and come along. That you see the bright shining light and come along. That you see the light in me and come along. Come along. That you see the light. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the hurt to the cross, the pain you bear, from the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the hurt to the cross, the pain you bear, from the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the hurt to the cross, the pain you bear, from the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high.
Good evening, everyone. Certainly. I can hear you. Can you hear me? It's
And by, yes, bringing our audience up to date and let, what is the Constitution? Could you explain it for us, Dr. Barnett?
well, the Constitution is usually written, and it is usually the document which sets out the principles and the rules on which an organization or a country is administered or governed,
Yes.
so that you could have a citizens association or a trade club association, or you have the state or the nation which has a constitution which deals with how it is administered and governed.
Right. And of course, as we said, that is the supreme law of the land.
Yes, in the case of a state, it usually is the supreme law of the land,
Yes.
and all other laws must conform with the constitution,
Yes.
and all governmental actions as well as citizens' actions must conform with the constitution.
Right, sir. And the government must obey the Constitution.
Yes,
Right.
because otherwise you're talking about chaos and, you know, disarray.
Yes.
The government should set the example and obey the rules of the Constitution.
Right. Well, kindly explain for us, Dr. Barnett, how our Constitution is made. What are the processes?
Well, in the case of a state, usually it is made by the legislative organ, whether it's a parliament or uh, similar organization. In a democratic system, it would be an elected organization which speaks on behalf of the people. And in many cases, the consent or approval of the people becomes necessary. So you might have a referendum in which the people vote whether they are in favor of the Constitution or not.
Yes. Right. And on that point, as it relates to our existing Constitution and where we are now, how do we go about getting the people involved in this reformation process?
Well, there are several ways. In fact, what you're doing is one in which you are discussing the principles relating to the creation of a constitution. And hope in the next few weeks we can discuss some of the factors
Yes.
involved in constitution making and how it operates.
Right.
But essentially, you need to decide on the basic principles, and then you seek to set that down in writing so that it is available to all people at all times, and you can refer to it. If there's a dispute about how something should be done, then you look to the Constitution, which will help you to solve that problem.
Yes. Yes. Right. But sir, one of the questions on the out in the public right now is that the people are not being the people are not consulted. In other words, there seems to be, well, not seems to be, there are views that the approach taken by the constitutional committee, that it is a backway approach. So the people, because the people are not consulted. What is your take on that?
The consultation process has not fully developed, but it is the commitment of the committee to have wide-scale public consultation, and that has started because, as you know, just this week they had a town hall meeting in Montego Bay, and there have been several interviews on radio and television, and this development will expand, and more and more will be put out into the public, and public views will be canvassed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we sincerely hope that that is done. Now, what is required from a constitution? In other words, what should the people expect from a constitution?
Well, I think as a citizen of a country, they expect the Constitution to provide a method of government which will be beneficial both in economic development, social welfare, law and order, and therefore the Constitution lays down rules and principles by which these objectives can be achieved.
Yes, sir.
So that the Constitution is very important for people to become involved in and in expressing their views on how it should be formulated and what they think should be in it.
Yes. So far, I have been having some discussion with people, and one of the things that they brought up, they say the land issue. So they want the Constitution to protect the landless. In other words, the Constitution should make provision for landlessness. they also want education and health benefits, those benefits to be included in the Constitution. Well,
Yeah, one of the problems of socio-economic benefits
yes,
is not just declaring it, doesn't produce it. Just providing that it should be granted doesn't mean it will be granted because the resources need to be available, the proper policies need to be formulated, and the appropriate skills and mechanisms have to be available for implementation
yes,
so that it is not easy to formulate a constitution which will guarantee those benefits. All you can do is set up the machinery by which those benefits can be provided for, so that even if you look in the international instruments on human rights, they tend to make a distinction between legal rights and socio-economic rights. And in the case of legal rights, these can't be taken away and must be granted. In the case of socio-economic rights, then the obligation is to do all that is necessary and also all that it is practicable and possible to provide for those rights.
yes,
But you can't have an absolute right to those things because if, let us take housing, which is an important right. You can't say that everybody must have housing because that's just practically not possible. So the government has to have an obligation that everything practically possible should be done to facilitate the attainment of housing solutions for to satisfy or towards the satisfaction of the needs of the people.
right, okay. But yes, I understand you. You, it might not be practical then. In other words, just to write it in the Constitution is not enough
Yes,
because
that
because
is why you don't often put in those rights because normally a constitution is defining legal rights and obligations,
yes,
which means that if you don't get it, you could sue somebody and say, you have failed to give me my rights.
right,
You know, and then you have thousands of people would be bringing actions to say, I have no house and I need a house. Give me a house tomorrow.
yes, okay, understood. And the same argument could be advanced for as far as education and health services are
Yes,
concerned.
education. In fact, we have gone much further than most developing countries because we have guaranteed education up to the primary level. That means at the infant and primary level, you have a right to educational facilities under our Charter of Rights.
Yes.
And not many countries have that right.
Okay, okay. The present constitution, Dr. Barnett, just tell us how was that? How was that made?
Okay, it's important to understand the political context in which the Constitution was made.
Yes,
Because what we were part of the West Indian Federation, and there was a difference in opinion as to whether Jamaica should remain a part of the Federation or go it on its own. And so a referendum was held in which the people decided in favor of leaving the Federation. So that when this happened, the then government, led by National Hero Norman Manley, who was then in charge and pro Federation, decided that it was important for the protection of the reputation and image of the PNP government that they should be very aggressive in attaining independence so that there was a rush to formulate the independence constitution. And so the process lasted a short time and there was limited public participation in that process. But the fact is that essentially all of its provisions were agreed by the parliamentarians, both government and opposition. and the draft was created in Jamaica, but it, as a colony, we had to take it to England, and so that in the end, it was an English instrument called an order in council, which contained the draft which the Jamaican politicians took to London.
Right. So basically, it was drafted in Jamaica, but it was ratified
But
and
yeah,
yes, in other words, the British had to give it its approval.
yes. You see, you could have done it the other way if we were, and very few countries have done it the other way. India is the exception, you have to say, because what India did was say, give us our independence, and then, as an independent country, we will formulate our constitution.
Yes.
So the Indian constitution was not made in the way in which Jamaica or Trinidad or Barbados were made.
Yeah.
It was made in India after discussions in India.
Yes. And it is. I don't. Would you agree with sentiments, Dr. Barnett, that what we have for the Constitution, in other words, the components of the Constitution, they were pro the ruling classes and the politicians, and very little was there for the working class, those ex-members whose forefathers work on the plantation. The Constitution
I
did
don't
not.
think that is a fair assessment
Yes.
because the essential feature of the Constitution was one in which it was based on universal suffrage, so that
Yes.
all Jamaicans who qualified because of having reached at that time 21 were entitled to be registered to vote and to select the representatives of the parliament who would make the laws and govern the country, so that every single Jamaican citizen had the right to participate in the process from before we became independent, and certainly at the time of the independence constitution, they exercised that right and voted in a particular government that they wanted to administer the country.
Yes.
The fact of the matter is that from a policy point of view, our politicians were a bit conservative, maybe even reactionary, so that even in our fundamental rights provisions, they put in a section which is called a savings clause, which says that all previous laws would remain valid even if it conflicted with the fundamental rights provisions. In other words, that provision gave primacy and superiority to the colonial laws over the Constitution itself. But that was removed when the Charter of Rights subsequently replaced the initial provisions.
Yes.
But it was a constitution in which the people's representatives were entitled to make laws for the welfare and good of the people of Jamaica. And a lot of labor laws, a lot of social laws have been passed under the Independence Constitution provision.
Yes. Yes. Well. Yeah, I can agree with that, but I see the politicians were entitled to, but as you pointed out, the attitude of the politicians was pro-colonial, and you said some probably had held reactionary views, because what they could have done and should have done, many things that they should have done in the interest of the working class, although they were empowered to do that constitutionally, but they did not do that. So So let's move on. You say that were there any other elements that were involved in the drafting of our existing constitution, or the
Well, as I mentioned, the Bill of Rights was put in,
yeah,
and that was as a result of representations made by civil society.
yes,
In other words, the politicians themselves did not treat that as a priority, but
yes,
ordinary persons and academics and human rights activists got together and waged a campaign for the inclusion of a Bill of Rights in the Independence Constitution, and the politicians, under the pressure of that public demand, conceded and included it in the final draft that they took to England.
yes. Okay. How would you describe the existing constitution?
Describe the?
How would you describe the existing constitution? I mean,
I would describe it as a constitution which seeks to preserve the essentials of democracy and human rights, because we have a Charter of Rights which is quite progressive. We have a representative system in which the persons who make laws and govern us have to be elected by a in an electoral system which is free and fair, and so that the essentials of democracy have been incorporated in our constitution. And people sometimes complain about the constitution because they are dissatisfied with the policies and the programs of government, or feel that enough has not been done. But that's not the constitution's fault. That
yeah,
is because they are dissatisfied with the policies which have been put forward and implemented,
yeah,
or failed to be put forward.
yes. Now, Dr. Barnett, there's a question here I would like you to answer for us, and this is it. So, both the government and the opposition, they are advocating for a ceremonial president. In other words, what they are advancing is that the existing model and system of government, they want to maintain that. Now, so the ceremonial president, that is it's like another governor general. Am I right?
Well, there are three options really. You can have a president who is the head of state by reason of being elected to that position,
Yes.
which is normally called the presidential system. You can have not a system in which you have a formal head of state, but the effective executive head of state is the prime minister,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
And there's a third position in which you can have an executive head of state who is the prime minister, but no formal president, because you might consider that to be unnecessary, in the sense that a formal president performs essentially formal functions. And the consideration would then be, is the cost of maintaining a formal president justified by the nature of the functions that they perform? And those functions have to be looked at not only in relation to the formalities, but in relation to the image, because what a president does or can do or should do is present an image of a national identity, and that can be quite difficult as we see in the United States, for instance, which has a presidential form of government, where the president may be such a controversial figure that he does not represent the national image or interest. And so the value of a ceremonial president or a formal presidency is in the fact that it might provide a means of presenting a picture of Jamaicanness rather than a political party ascendancy.
Yes, but
So,
the ceremonial president,
pardon?
the ceremonial president, Dr. Barnett, he plays the role similar to the role played by the Governor General.
Yes, it would be.
The only difference,
And
he does not
we have to
represent the
remember,
Queen.
too, an additional point to remember
Yes.
is in Jamaica, there are some special provisions, some delicate provisions, which have been vested in the Governor General, which should be vested in a ceremonial president if we are just really transferring from the present system to another one, but not really changing it.
Yes.
Is that that person in Jamaica, not always elsewhere, has some very special functions which we have identified as necessary in Jamaica, where he is consulted or he makes appointments to some specific posts without being dominated by political considerations. And in those specific instances, there was a point of view that the political tensions were so great that it was best to have that sort of impartial, independent intervention. But as I say, that's something that can be considered whether or not the costs of maintaining a formal presidency is justified by virtue of the importance of those special functions that that president performs.
Yes. So the president, if we are to accept what is advanced on us, is that the president would be a ceremonial president who has certain responsibilities. For example, the appointments of certain officers, that would be part of his responsibility. But he would
Yes.
have no political responsibility.
No,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
Whereas
And
in some countries where you have a presidential system, that person is the chief executive.
yes,
But this president would be a formal president because we would, I think, I don't hear much in opposition to that. We would be retaining an elected head of state.
yes, of course. But sir, and automatically, if we choose that, what we would be doing is that we would be accepting the existing form of government. With the
Nothing is
prime,
wrong with that
with the
if it has features which are acceptable and commendable.
yes,
You know, so that a lot of countries have changed and ended up in disaster.
yes,
In the Commonwealth, a whole lot of countries which started like us, but quickly believed that there was some magic in the presidential system, ended up in military dictatorships.
yes,
So that it is not something that you just change because it is, you know, it sounds good. But you must look at the political reality and the history of the different systems and see which one is most efficient and which one tends to lead to stability and freedom and liberty.
yes. But don't you think that the people should be asked to, in other words, we should point out there should be a forum, there should be avenues where we identify the systems, the different systems, explain them to the people, and give the people an opportunity to make a decision which one they want after. Don't you think that that is appropriate?
Yes, the changes we are discussing will involve a referendum
Yeah.
because in order to abolish the monarchy and in order to do what I think is also important, to have a Jamaican instrument, those two at the minimum requires a referendum. So the people will have to vote on the new constitution that we're talking about.
Yes.
And in that vote would be a decision as to whether you agree with the new constitution as framed and presented to the people, having been passed through Parliament.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you said before that the people are going to be given an opportunity to play a role in the formation of this constitution. So let us see how that work out, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think it is important that we don't make the mistake of the past
Yes.
and engage the public in a discussion of the pros and cons of the different options. But one of the things I keep saying is that numerous changes to a constitutional system outside of the revolution are very difficult to accomplish. We have had about 5 examples in the Caribbean of attempts to completely change, not even completely, to make some changes to constitutions which have failed. Because the tendency is to be cautious, one, and two, if you are against one of 3 or 4 proposals, to vote negatively in relation to the whole proposal because you don't want to accept that one. So that we have to be very careful if we are going to do what I consider to be the imperatives. In my view, my personal opinion is there are 2 things which I'm anxious should be accomplished. One is that we no longer bow to the throne in England, and therefore we have to abolish the monarchical form. And secondly, we no longer look to a constitution which is an English legal instrument instead of a Jamaican legal instrument. Those 2 changes require a referendum and should be given priority and paramountcy because they are so important, in my view, to our national identity and our national pride that we should do nothing which prevents those 2 things from being accomplished.
Right. So if I let me see if I get you correctly. The existing constitution, you believe, and it is your view that should be replaced. Am I right with that, Dr. Barnett?
That one?
You are of the view that the existing constitution should be replaced.
Yes, of course. Certainly, as I said at the beginning, it's an order in council made at Buckingham Palace in London, signed by an Englishman and not by a Jamaican. An Englishman that we don't know has never been to Jamaica, as far as I know.
Yes.
And that's very objectionable in my view. And no Jamaican should be satisfied with that. And if you have to give up all your other proposals for change, but you can accomplish that, then I put that as a priority.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes. Um, you made a point earlier on, Dr. Barnett, that we have to be, we should be careful as to how we go about reforming the Constitution because of what you have seen in the Caribbean and elsewhere, that changes were made and they end up they failed, and
Yes,
as a result of that, the situation became chaotic. Am I
yes,
right?
you can. I mean, I've heard in the last 24 hours alone about 100 different proposals.
Yes,
Some of them interesting, some academic and unrealistic. But there are also other proposals you can make about constitutional formulation.
yes,
And the question is, can you get a sufficient consensus? Or will you be undermining the entire thing by seeking to change everything to something new or different because it sounds attractive?
yes,
And I don't think that will work. If you look at Prime Minister Gonzalez,
yes,
I think he's the most sustained, popular prime minister we have had in the Caribbean, and he tried to do a comprehensive change of his constitution, of his country's constitution, and failed completely.
yes,
So we have to be careful and make sure that what we are putting forward is practical, workable, and has the support of a majority, a substantial majority of the people, because otherwise it will not succeed.
yeah. Dr. Barnett, you have spent a lot of your time looking at Constitution. You are one of the most experienced Constitution lawyers in the country. Now, when you look at our existing Constitution, what would you want to retain and what would you want to replace?
Well, subject to what I've said about the imperatives, those two things of bringing over the Constitution in a Jamaican form
Yes,
and to changing the monarchical form,
yes,
I am in support of a number of other things, which, as I say, would come next to those two items. One is I believe in the abolition of a piece of the Privy Council and the adoption of the appellate jurisdiction of the Caribbean Court of Justice. Two, I believe in removing the discretion given to the Prime Minister to fix a date for elections. So we have a relatively fixed term. It may not be an exact date, but a relatively fixed term of, say, 4 years. I believe also that we should limit the right or the qualifications to sit in Parliament to persons who are Jamaican
Jamaican,
citizens
yes,
only
yes,
and do not have the conflict of interest which dual citizenship produces. And some of these things we'll discuss, I hope, in subsequent programs. But
ye-
those are some of the reforms that I would like to see.
yes.
But I'm not sacrificing the two imperatives for any of those reforms.
Okay, okay. And I think there's something in the Constitution about Jamaica Commonwealth being a,
Yes,
yes,
instead of a Jamaican citizen, a
yes,
Commonwealth citizen can
ye-
qualify to sit in our parliament,
yes,
just by being here for 6 months or so.
yeah,
And I think that is not good enough.
yes. We should remove that.
Yes, I'm in favor of removing it.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes. And well, let us see how the how we proceed, because the what I think is important, because when we look at the the 1962 or 61 referendum, one of the things that I observed about it was the low turnout.
Yes.
In other words,
Yeah, that's a problem.
yes,
And we have, and that was that happened at a time when the turnout for general elections were pretty high.
yes,
And now, if we go to the present day when we're having such low turnouts, the question is, what will the turnout be for a referendum?
yes,
That is why I think programs like this are very important, because we have to attract the interest of the general population and get them to appreciate that this is something very critical to their well-being and to the future of their children.
of course.
So that, we have to be, as Jamaicans, become engaged.
And therefore we have to tell the people the truth. One of that is
Yeah,
it. We have to get the people interest by
yeah,
telling them the truth.
of course.
Because
Yeah,
in
definitely.
that 61 referendum, some political lies were told, right? And that helped to influence how the people vote,
Yeah,
right? This referendum must be a referendum of truth, where the people must know why they are voting, and therefore
yeah.
yes,
Well, I mean, a program like this,
yeah,
helps to provide the answers,
yes,
explanations, give people the opportunity to think about it,
yes,
and hopefully express their views in their community, in their church groups, in their club groups. And this is something important to us as Jamaicans, and we must, grasp the opportunity to be engaged. And, a program like this, and I hope you will continue it, will, uh, will help to engage persons.
yes, yes. Well, that is why yes, sir, we want to do that, because we believe, we at Rebel Radio, we believe this is a very important moment in the country. We don't want this to go astray, where the people are misled and don't participate, and then we end up, as you say, with
Yes,
something.
yeah,
Yeah, yes,
exactly.
yeah, and I don't. I think if, as you pointed out, if whatever system we choose, if we choose to maintain our current system, I think we have the capacity to select a former head of state.
I mean, we have done it, because
Yes,
you remember, apart from the name change, there is no suggestion that the functions should change.
yes,
The name change, uh, we can decide on quite easily.
yes, sir.
But the fact is that we have, in a very Jamaican way, identified the things which the former head of state should become involved in.
Yes,
And I have not heard anyone criticize the way in which that has worked, so that it is very important that we should not, throw the baby with the bathwater sort of thing, but make sure that what we are changing because there is a better system, not because we want change for change's sake.
yes,
What we should do is try to improve, make more efficiently, make more efficient and more effective.
yes, sir. I agree with that. I agree totally with that. And well, one thing, Dr. Barnett, I would like you to use your influence to ensure that we have full public participation. Yes, programs like these will help, but I would like to see the committee meeting with the people. I mean, in having dialogue with the people and recording what is said, and then they can choose from what is said and use as part of what to develop what they have already. In other words, so that the people can participate fully. Right, Dr. Barnett? Hello? Look like we lost Dr. Barnett. Well, that was Dr. Lloyd Barnett. And as you know, he's a member of the Constitutional Committee that is charged with the responsibility to reform the Constitution and to prepare us to break away from the monarchy. And we have to ensure, as I said before, that the public is fully involved. Let us go for a break. This is Rebel Radio.
If the lover in you can touch the lover in me, and the lover in me can touch the lover in you, and the lovers we be will bring sweet harmony. Then it will bring out the love, bring out the love, bring out all the love in me. My love is deeper than the ocean. Our love is in need of sweet devotion. Come on, because you got the potion to bring out the love in me, and I will bring out the love in you. Let the lover in you touch the lover in me, and the rebel in me will touch the rebel in you, and the lovers we be will bring sweet harmony. Then it will bring out the love, bring out the love, bring out all the love in us. My love is deeper than the ocean. Our love is in need
Supplies is back. We had a fire. We are still open. We still have the best prices in Jamaica, and yes, we have a big sale on for the month of March. Farm ply, gypsum board, lumber, trucks and studs, and white toilets from $11,999. 10% off new PVC windows, water tanks, paints, and doors. Telephone 923-4560. New budget supplies. Always the best prices.
Oh, yes, welcome back to Rebel Radio. And at this moment, we want to talk with some of our friends in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And Ophelia, how are you?
Hey, I'm all right.
Yes. And how is...
What's up now?
How are things? How's the weather? How's the weather?
It's rain today.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, we would like
Warmer.
some of that rain in Jamaica because we are passing through some drought. We
Really?
Yeah, we're getting some rain, but we are still in a situation where they have to be managing the water supply, in different sections of the country. But
Okay.
yes. But apart from that, Jamaica, we are here. Jamaica, is a beautiful island. And
That's true.
yes. So what are Jamaicans in Pittsburgh saying about Jamaica at this time? What you people are saying about us?
Hold on, let me ask one of my friends.
Yes.
Jamaica is awesome.
Yes. Yes, of course. And we have
Food, good music, good people.
yeah. When are you coming home?
Sometime this year.
All right. Okay. Yes. You know what I would like to know? What are Jamaicans saying about? I know that you heard about the SSL scandal. That situation where a number of depositors, including Usain Bolt, were defrauded. What are Jamaicans saying about that?
I don't know. I didn't hear anyone say anything about it.
Yeah.
You know about it?
I heard about it, but just like on the internet.
What's your opinion on it?
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I think that's just like for him to find out that his money's gone, like maybe. Because what I understand is that like they didn't take it all at once. They took it like small portion.
Yes.
So I was like, did he not his account for him to know that it was going missing?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yes. Well, I just asked the question because one person has been arrested and has been charged. So far we haven't heard any update for over a month now. Next thing I know that the government indicated about 3 weeks ago that it intend to close down the entity because they found out that it is bankrupt. In other words, it cannot pay the amount of money that they have found so far. Is unable to pay off all the debt that is owed. So they are planning to shut it down. But apart from that,
so is it that, for example, Usain Bolt is not going to get his money back?
well, I can't give you an answer to that question because that is a question that a lot of people are asking. Not only Bolt, but all the people who have lost money so far, whose money have been stolen. Are they going to get back their money? That is a very big question. And I can't give you the answer, but the only thing I can tell you that based on checks that were done on the entity, they found out that the amount of money that is owed, the entity don't have that amount of money to pay back.
Wow.
So,
What can do with it?
well,
Liquidate.
Well, that is something that we don't know, right? And we don't know, we can't imagine that is only, well, the person who has been arrested, based on a statement that she wrote and indicating how much money she took, that is about in the region of about 90 million. That is,
Wow.
yes. And that did not include Usain Bolt's money. So we would like to, we still don't know if that is the full list of persons who have been defrauded. There's an information blackout right now. Right?
It just remind me of Cash Plus. That's the name of it that was there back way back what in the days.
Yes, 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 of course, just like Cash Plus. Yes, yes. Tell me something. What it is? What is the? Tell me something about the cost of food in America these days. Is the food price is that going up?
Yes, everything actually went up. Chicken actually went up. Eggs, yeah, everything went up in America, just like Jamaica. I
Yeah.
think it's a worldwide increase inflation.
Yes. Okay. So what you could buy with $100, you're getting less for that same amount of money right now.
Yes.
But some people told me that there's one thing that that jobs are available in America now, though. Like,
Yeah. Jobs is always available here.
right. Okay. So the people there people can get work to do work, and they can earn money to pay for the cost of living.
Yeah,
Yes.
most definitely.
Right. Yes, that's very good.
And you get benefits from the government here too.
Yeah.
Unlike Jamaica where you know,
Yes.
Yeah, you're on the
they do here.
Jamaica PAD program. You'll be on the PAD program, and you months before you even get that money.
Yes.
Which
Yes.
is little to nothing sometimes.
Uh, what are the people saying about President Trump?
We don't like him.
Former President Trump.
We don't like him. We don't want him. We can't stand the man.
Yeah. But,
Yeah, we're not in favor of him.
yeah. But he's preparing to run again.
That's the word in the street. Let's see.
Yeah. Okay. And
You want to run? Go crazy.
based on what I am reading, I see where President Biden indicated that he's going to rerun, and there are some people who are saying that he shouldn't because he's too old.
I think he's too old. Somebody else need to the vice president of Kamala.
Yes.
It's just a number.
He's not capable. He must fall asleep or never function.
What the president fall asleep?
Yeah, he falls asleep almost every time he's having a meeting or a debate or something.
Wow. That is certainly not good. But
It's not a good look.
yes.
But step down. Maybe have new fresh people, new fresh ideas. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
And then I'll come good again.
Yeah. So what is it? What is the most topical thing that is being discussed? That the American people are talking about. What is on their minds right now?
Who Jamaicans living here?
Yeah, both Jamaicans living here and Americans. What is the,
I guess Jamaicans among ourselves, we're talking about the crime. Look, a lot of returning residents are people just coming back. Sometimes you're dead before you even land, the same night you land. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that brings you just scared to even want to come back. You know, want people know when you're flying. You know, stuff like that.
Okay. Yes. But I would like to know what is being said. I'm not talking about in the United States now about the frequent shootings. I mean, like I see we are in last couple of weeks there were some shootings, mass shootings. That's what I'm talking about. What are people saying about these mass shootings?
Mostly white crazy people doing it.
Okay.
And
Yes.
it's never okay. Protect yourself more,
Yeah.
have more security in the people, you know?
Yes.
Just more prepared, I guess.
Like for example, one of the shootings involving about 3 children. I see they shot up a school.
Yep.
Yes. And then
A lot are all over the place, you know, a lot of crazies, you know?
yes. Well, you have to, as you said, try and protect yourself and, keep out of harm's way. And
Yeah, that's true.
yes. And so I want to just hail up the Jamaicans in Pittsburgh right
And
now.
big up Rebel. Always nice talking to you guys.
Yes, right.
Got the love.
Take care and thank you very much.
All right, all the best.
One love, Ophelia.
All right, bye.
Okay. Yes, that was our friend Ophelia in Pittsburgh, is telling us about what is happening over there. Well, boy, one of the things that is happening in the United States is these mass shootings. In the last, we are in the 4th month of the year, there have been several mass shootings in the United States. Several. And in most cases, multiple deaths. Boy, let us go for a break. This is Rebel Radio.
Will touch a rebel in me, and the lovers we be will bring sweet harmony. Then it will bring out the love, bring out the love, bring out all the love in us. Bring out the love. Said I wanna bring out the love. Bring out the love. Said I wanna bring out the love. Bring out the love. Bring out the love. Bring out all the love. Bring out the rebel. Said I wanna bring out the rebel. Bring out the rebel. Said I wanna bring out the
One, two, three, two more. 1, 2. Adults to 30 minutes activity daily. Love your body, treat your body right. Vegetables, make sure you eat plenty. Children do 60 minutes activity daily. Drink some water when you feel thirsty. Cut down dessert and have a smoothie. Jamaicans, love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. One more time now. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Listen up. Make sure you know your health status. Go a doctor and get a regular checkup. Chronic disease can slowly creep up. We can lower the risk and live up if we just eat right and get moving. Jumping, running, dancing or skipping. Change the children them lazy habit. Make them play
out the door and put down the tablet. Jamaicans, love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Jamaica get movie. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. After two, make me hear you say I love me. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. After two, make me hear you say I love me. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Jamaicans, love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. One more time now. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Jamaica get movie. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. One more time now. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Listen up. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right.
I need you, Lord, right now. Yeah, yeah. I must tell Jesus all of my trials. I cannot bear these burdens alone. In my distress, He kindly will help me. He ever loves and cares for His own. I must tell Jesus. I must tell Jesus. I cannot be. No. My burdens alone. I must tell Jesus. I must tell Jesus. Jesus can help me. Only Jesus alone. I must tell Jesus all of my troubles. He is a kind and compassionate friend. If I ask Him, He will deliver. Jesus alone. What must I do when worldliness calls me? What must I do when tempted to sin? I must tell Jesus, and He will help me over the world. Victory to win. I must tell Jesus. I must tell Jesus. I cannot be. No. My burdens alone. I must tell Jesus. I must tell Jesus. Jesus can help me. Jesus can help me. Only Jesus can help me. Only Jesus.
Hey, it's a girl Shensia with a message to you from myself and the Ministry of Health and Wellness. Shenyang, everyone say wear a mask, let the numbers drop. I don't want COVID, lay you down flat. Nose and mouth, you fi cover up that. Oh, 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 oh. Sanitize or get hospitalized. Fight the virus, then fight for your life, yeah. Nobody talk about say you no response no more. Don't be reckless, cause your test say you not have it, you can still get the virus from somebody. Don't be reckless, cause your test say you not have it, you can still get the virus. So keep the numbers down, protect yourself and the people around. COVID in town, 6 feet apart and 6 feet in the ground. Keep the numbers down, protect yourself and the people around. COVID in town, 6 feet apart and 6 feet in the ground. Stay alive, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive.
To all the mothers out there, the ones that have passed and the ones who are still here with us, God bless. I remember Mama and the love that she gave. Building had her bedside, I could still hear Mama say, people are better than you, George. Don't you let them down. I remember Mama in a happy way. We went to school with holes in our shoes. We didn't have much, but the Lord saw us through. I'm kept the family together. I remember Mama in a happy way. She packed her lunch in an old greasy bag. Might have seemed empty, but it was full of the tank. Way deep down inside, I remember Mama in a happy way. I remember Mama in a happy way.
Yes, yes. Welcome back to Rebel Radio. And we are now talking. We are now in England, talking to one of Rebel Radio's contributors and good friend, Mr. Walford. How are you?
Well, Mr. Walford, not too bad, you know.
Yes. Well, it's glad to hear you, man. What is happening So tell us what is happening in England these days, where you are.
Well, where me are in London, West Norwood. Weather not too. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you now. Yes.
I don't know what kind of feedback that.
Yes. Go ahead. I'm hearing you.
Yeah, weather is not too bad today.
Oh, the weather.
Getting loads of rain.
Yes.
Not too cold today, you know.
Yes.
Temperature is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how are things? What is the big news in London? I mean, how are people? How are black people? How are the black people
Well,
coping with the new government?
well, I know how people are cope with the new government, you know, but there must thing going on here. People are complaining about cost of living.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Cost of living get out of control, you know. How about that, man? What kind of feedback that you have playing pure nice?
No, I don't know. That is not coming from my studio. I don't know where that is coming up from. But I'm hearing you. Go ahead, man. I'm hearing you. You were telling us
Yeah,
about
people cannot cope with cost of living here. Every day strike, every day things gone up, you know.
yes. Food price. Food is
So
expensive.
very, 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 very much.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very much.
Wow. Yeah. And rent too? Rental gone up?
Yes, down to this morning, them a talk about that on the news, you know.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I can. Well, boy, in Jamaica too, we are facing that too. The cost of living is very high, right? And wages are low, so people are finding it difficult to survive.
Well, people in Jamaica, people can hit what them plant, you know.
Yes.
So, see where people are depend on foreign things, flood the market in Jamaica to make things get higher and what them produce not selling. If they are doing anything. But you can produce your own things back home. You can raise fowl, you can raise goat, you plant every damn thing as usual. But here what you're going to plant?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see. I can see. I see what you are saying. So
You can't grow anything here until May, so till October.
okay.
So you have sunshine, rainfall, January to January, good season, like how they say, good government.
Yes, yes. So the people are in London. People are protesting.
Yes, man. Nurse, teacher, train driver. Every day one of them they on strike. Every month them go on the strike, and then government now comply to feed them demands.
Yes. So the place.
Cost of living gone in the sky, and the wages they on the ground.
Yes, yes, yes. Can well imagine. Can well
So people does not agree with that. Every day you go in a different supermarket, a different thing.
Yes. That's not very good at all. Yeah. Yes. And I saw in the news, as you said, I see where civil servants are unstable. They are protesting. I observe that. Yes, observe it. So the place is very unstable. In London, it is unstable now. The streets are
The street is okay now, but it's now and then go and strike. The street is okay.
yeah, yes. And the
Me don't
government,
know what kind of feedback this. Me
yeah,
don't know what kind of feedback this me they get, you know.
yeah. Don't pay attention to that, man. You're the
But the
I am
noise me they hear.
yeah, I don't know where it
It's
is.
not my voice, but me they hear the feedback and like me talking to you. And the noise me hearing.
Yeah, I hear it too, but I don't know where. I don't know where it is coming from. I know I don't have any noise inside the studio. But I am hearing you, I'm hearing you very clear. I'm hearing every word that you are saying. I want you to know that. Right. So the government is not listening to the voices of the people at all.
No.
Okay. Yes. Well, that don't sound good. At home, we are having some of those issues too. For example, teachers receive their salaries late. This had to do with they introduced a new wage pack, and apparently the calculations, it would appear as if they had some issues calculating the salaries on time. And so for the last 2 months, the teachers received their salaries. Teachers and some civil servants. Yeah.
When you call me, you know, I listen. FBI Radigan. Um, um, with I think me not remember if a minister of education or somebody else where they do some wrong things there. And then they go hold for accountability, you know?
Yes, Radigan filed a suit in the Supreme Court.
Yes.
Yes. That it is in relation to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Last year, she entered into the race to replace the Commonwealth Secretary General. And so he filed the suit because she received some donation. In other words, the government did not disclose all the donations that she received to run that campaign. So he has filed a suit because of, I think, she received some money from some American entity, and so he has filed a suit against that. That is supposed to. That is in the. So you were listening to him a while ago.
Yes, that may I listen to.
Okay.
Talk show me listen to him down a yard.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, man. So when you I don't know if you probably you don't know this name, because I just received a news that a very popular talk show host who had a talk show in Jamaica, an attorney. Her name was Antoinette Horton. I just received some information that she died last night. She has been out of the country for some years now. I just received some information that she died.
Of course, me know Horton.
All right, yeah. We just received some information that she died in the United States.
Me know heard it. Me never listen on news.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Boy, that is it. So many people who I know between 2019 and now, so many people who I know personally. Some of them are my associates, have died. Boy, sometimes it just make you feel, you have to just give thanks that you're alive.
Well, That's how it goes because we not come here to stay.
No, no, that's true. That is true, my brother. It is true. So, apart from the cost of living and all that, what else is happening in London?
Well, we can't tell you what else not happening, because me no street man.
Mm. Yeah.
Me
Or,
no street man. Sometimes as me no listen, sometimes me listen news and then as you see me come in, me will listen Andre Steven, me will listen Mota Baruka. Ah, this a man what's going on here now.
mm-hmm.
Me listen what taking place back home. Where policeman, taxi man just backs down a policeman.
Mm-hmm.
You hear that?
Yeah, yeah, yes, of course. The, the, there have been several, between last year and now, there has been several incidents of police-civilian confrontation, you know. Um,
Brutality.
last year there were about two where, I mean, even a pregnant woman got beaten up by a soldier, you know.
Mm.
Yes. So you just in other words you don't you say you don't spend a lot of time on the streets of London. You
That me listen. That me listen. Land, England is not like Jamaica where you go on street and have place to locate. Go hitch up.
yeah, okay, all right. And you'd say that
You you just move on from your work, you go to shop, locate. You go into a shop, you just go pick up what you want and hold your corner.
yeah, okay, yeah. So hold on.
It,
Um,
it,
what is happening in the politics? You don't pay attention to that. Being politics in England.
no, me not, no, nothing about politics.
Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah.
No, me not pay attention to politics. Politics no have nothing they give me. Nobody no know you in a politics. You not get nothing out of politics here.
Mm, yeah.
That may be on go concern the big fish them.
Okay. Yes. Yes. So Murphy, tell me something now. What about employment in London these days? Is it difficult for on the job?
Why only for people out a job?
Mm-hmm.
Only for people now for COVID time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I so unemployment is high among some people right now. Then.
Poor, 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 poor.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's not good at all. So the cost of
And then now, government pay people here. And then when you go back to work now, the money cannot fulfill their needs. What they are working, so they would have sit down.
when you say pay people, what you mean? How you mean give them like benefits?
Yes.
Yes. And then you say when so those people it's because of the benefits why they're not going back. I don't understand when you say when they go back to work.
The
What?
wages what then they get is not good.
Okay. So in other words,
So it better work. And sit down and get one little pittance money, brutalize your body for nothing.
okay, okay, I get what you mean. Boy, the situation, situation, terrible, man. But you don't encounter, there are not many reports of, police, and I'm talking about in the black community now, of police and having confrontation, blacks.
Same brutality with black people here.
Mm-hmm. Free.
Same brutality. All the while you hear them talk about black people get the most brutality or brutality, whatever, more than white people.
Yeah. So you have frequent police blacks clashes.
Yes.
Boy.
The other day, how much black police no kill one, beat one black boy, kill him. We're not supposed to see it on news down there.
Yeah, that is
Five of them.
That is in the United States.
Yes.
Yes, I saw that. They were arrested.
Yeah.
Yes. Boy, a pity. But we have to just continue live and take care as best as we can. Right? So
Everywhere you go, is brutality among black people.
yeah. Right. And boy, it's a pity that is happening though, right? But since you're over there, you have never encountered any racism though.
Not really, you know.
Yeah.
One time, two time.
Yeah.
Two time. Remember one time with policeman and one time with the boy pass me a street, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But you know other people who have encountered racist attitude.
Not really, you know, not really.
Okay. All right.
Not really.
Yes. Well, I want to thank you for participating in our program this evening. And
yes.
Yes.
Me can't hear you clearly like how you said I hear me clear, but when me talking to you, me no know why that feedback come like me attack or somebody that talk to me while me talking to you, you know?
Well, as I said,
I don't know where that
I don't know where that came from either. I don't know.
That feedback coming from.
Yeah. I don't know. As I said, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you clearly every word you say.
Yeah.
So take care of yourself. And we will talk again.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The same thing to you.
Okay, my friend Murphy.
All right.
Yes. That was our friend Murphy in London, you know, and we try to keep abreast, keep in touch with Jamaicans here and abroad. Well, just received news that lot of listeners and viewers would know this name, Antoinette Orton. You know, she hosted a talk show for years, prominent attorney. She was not in Jamaica for a number of years now. Well, I just received information that she passed away last night. Boy, I want to express my condolences. I know his husband, Mr. Cardenas. She married to a Cuban, Mr. Cardenas. I just want to express some condolences to Mr. Cardenas and the Orton family. Miss Antoinette Orton, a very progressive attorney, a very progressive talk show host, and a very progressive woman. who offered a lot of good service to the Jamaican people. She has passed away. Boy, it's just last month, another well-known attorney, good brethren of mine, Delano Franklin, he passed away too. It's a road for us all. May their souls rest in peace. Yes, let us go for a break. This is Rebel Radio.
Touch the lover in me, and the rebel in me will touch the rebel in you, and the lovers we be will bring sweet harmony. Then it will bring out the love, bring out the love, bring out all the love in us. My love is deeper than the ocean. Our love is in need of sweet devotion. Come on, because you got the notion to bring out the love in me, and I will bring out the love in you. Let the rebel in me touch the rebel in you, and the rebel in you will touch the rebel in me, and the lovers we be will bring sweet harmony. Then it will bring out the love, bring out the love, bring out all the love in us. Bring out the love. Said I wanna bring out the love. Bring out the love. Said I wanna bring out the love. Bring out the love. Bring out the love. Bring out all the love. Bring out the rebel. Said I wanna bring out the rebel. Bring out the rebel.
Do it for your best life. Do it. Go check your HIV status. Do it. So keep your life trending, no pretending. Me, I tell yourself it. Do it for you, do it for you. Every time you are link with a condom, coulda Ozzy, coulda wife, coulda be a random. Condom connect and protect your profile. Be your own fan. Do it for your best life. Do it for your best life. Do it. Don't put yourself at risk. Condom connect every time. Do it for your best life.
Budget
Do it.
Supplies is back. We had a fire. We are still open. We still have the best prices in Jamaica, and yes, we have a big sale on for the month of March. Farm ply, gypsum board, lumber, trucks and studs, and white toilets from $11,999. 10% off new PVC windows, water tanks, paints, and doors. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
If the rebel in me can touch the rebel in you, and the rebel in you can touch the rebel in me, and the rebels we be is gonna set us free. touch the lover in me, and the rebel in me will touch the rebel in you, and the lovers we be will bring sweet harmony. Then it will bring out the love, bring out the love, bring out all the love in us. My love is deeper than the ocean.
When you have troubles, don't cry. Oh no, no. Just remember that God is standing by. Hold on, yeah. When you have heartaches, don't cry. Oh no, just remember that God is standing by. Sometime when your burden is down, just remember God is standing by. Thank you, Lord. So there's no need to cry. Oh, God is standing by. Thank you, Lord. So don't you worry and don't cry. No, no. When you have troubles, don't cry. Oh no, just remember that God is standing by. When your cup running over, just remember God is standing by. Thank you, Lord. So there's no need to cry. God is standing by. Thank you, Lord. So don't you worry and don't cry. Oh Lord, yeah. Forget about your troubles. Forget about your pain. Yeah. Put your trust in the Father. Yeah. Oh Lord. God is standing by. Thank you, Lord. So there's no need to cry. No need to cry. Oh, God is standing by. Lord Almighty. So don't you worry and don't cry. Don't cry. Forget about your troubles and don't cry. No. Forget about your pain and don't cry. Just trust in the Father and don't cry. No, I know don't shed no tears. Don't cry. Don't cry. Father God, Most High, to you I give all the
dismayed. Whatever betide, God will take care of you. Hear that? Beneath His wings of love abide, God will take care of you. God will take care of you through every day, all the way. Mercy! He will take care of you. God will take care of you. No matter what may be the test, God will take care of you. Lean everyone upon the Lord, and He will take care of you. Mercy! God will take care of you through every day, all the way. He will take care of you. God will take care of you. Lord of mercy. No matter what sickness it may be. Yeah. No matter what problems you're going through. No matter how rough it may be. The Lord promises He will ever take care of you. So God will take care of you. Mercy! Through every day, all the way. He will take care of you. God will take care of you. Be not dismayed, whatever betide, God will take care of you. Hear that? Beneath His wings of love abide, God will take care of you. God will take care of you through every day, all the way. He will take care of you. God will take care of you. God will take care of you through every day, all the way. He will take care of you. God will take care of you. I trust in you right now, Lord of mercy. Oh, yeah. To you I give all the glory. Hey.
New Budget Supplies is back. We had a fire. We are still open. We still have the best prices in Jamaica, and yes, we have a big sale on for the month of March. Farm ply, gypsum board, lumber, tracks and studs, and white toilets from $11,999. 10% off new PVC windows, water tanks, paints, and doors. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always.
Just believe right now, and He'll do it again. out and you're going under. Yeah, God's proven time and time again, He'll take care of you, and He'll do it again. He'll do it again. Just take a look where you were now and where you have been. He always come through for you. He's the same now as then. So you may not know how, may not know when, but He'll do it again. God knows the phase you're going through. He knows that you're hurting. He sees and knows just how your heart has been broken into. But He is God, God of the stars, the sand and the seas. He is the one who will take care of you, and He'll do it again. He'll do it again. Just take a look where you are now, where you have been. He always come through for you. He's the same now as then. Now, so you may not know how, may not know when, but He'll do it again. God knows the phase you're going through. He knows that you're hurting. He sees and knows just how your heart has been broken into. But He is God, God of the stars, the sand and the seas. He is the one who will take care of you, and He'll do it again. He'll do it again. Just take a look where you are now, where you have been. He always come through for you. He's the same now as then. Now you may not know how, may not know when, but He'll do it again. You may not know how, may not know when, but He'll do it again. Lord of mercy, you may not know how, may not know when, but He'll do it again. Don't you worry, you may not know how, may not know when, but He'll do it again. Oh Lord my God, when I'm in awesome wonder, consider all works thy hand doth make. I see the stars I hear the mighty thunder, thy power throughout the universe display. Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. When through the woods, the forest glades I wander, and hear the birds sing sweetly in the trees. When I look down from lofty mountain grandeur, and hear the brook and feel the gentle breeze, then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. And when I think of God, His Son, not sparing, sent Him to die, I scarce can take it in. Then on the cross, my burden gladly bearing, He bled and died to take my sins away. Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. That sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. How great thou art, Almighty God, how great thou art.
Ever wanted to share what you know about a crime, but were too afraid? At Crime Stop, we make it easy for you to report on crimes safely and 100% anonymously. All it takes is 4 simple steps. First, contact the tip line at 311 or visit www.crimestop.org or www.311tips.com. Then share what you know anonymously with one of our trained counselors. Any information related to criminal activity is accepted. We don't want to know your identity. We don't record calls or use star 69. And there is no way of tracing tips over the phone or online. You'll also be given a file number for your tip. Next, track the progress of your tip by calling our tip line at 311 and quoting your file number. Finally, if your tip leads to success, you will be eligible for a cash reward. Rewards will be paid out upon request through a trusted disbursement agency with verification process to ensure that your identity remains hidden. Share what you know anonymously. Contact Crime Stop.
I need you, Lord. Right now. Yeah, yeah. I must tell Jesus all of my trials. I cannot bear these burdens alone. friend. If I ask him, he will deliver. Make all my troubles quickly at hand. I must tell Jesus. I must tell Jesus. I cannot be. My burdens alone. I must tell Jesus. I must tell Jesus. Jesus can help me. Only Jesus alone. What must I do when worldliness calls me? What must I do when tempted to sin? I must tell Jesus, and he will help me over the world, victory to win. I must tell Jesus. I must tell Jesus. I cannot be. No. My burdens alone. I must tell Jesus. I must tell Jesus. Jesus can help me. Jesus can help me. Only Jesus can help me. Only Jesus alone.
One, two, three, two more. 1, 2. Adults to 30 minutes activity daily. Love your body, treat your body right. Vegetables, make sure you eat plenty. Children do 60 minutes activity daily. Drink some water when you feel thirsty. Cut down dessert and have a smoothie. Jamaicans, love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. One more time now. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Listen up. Make sure you know your health status. Go a doctor and get a regular checkup. Chronic disease can slowly creep up. We can lower the risk and live up if we just eat right and get moving. Jumping, running, dancing or skipping. Change the children, them lazy habit. Make them play out the door and put down the tablet. Jamaicans, love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Jamaica, get moving. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. After 2, make me hear you say I love me. 1, 2. I love me. 1, 2. I love me. 1, 2. I love me. After 2, make me hear you say I love me. 1, 2. I love me. 1, 2. I love me. 1, 2. Jamaicans, love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. One more time now. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body.
body, treat your body right. Jamaica get movie. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. One more time now. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Listen up.
Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right.
Hey, it's a girl Shensia with a message to you from myself and the Ministry of Health and Wellness. Shen Yang, everyone say wear a mask where the numbers drop. I don't want COVID, lay you down flat. Nose and mouth, you fi cover up that. Oh, 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 oh. Sanitizer, get hospitalized. Fight the virus, then fight for your life, yeah. Nobody talk about say you no response no more. Don't be reckless, cause your test I say you no have it. You can still get the virus from somebody. Don't be reckless, cause your test I say you no have it. You can still get the virus. So keep the numbers down. Protect yourself and the people you're around. COVID in town, 6 feet apart and 6 feet in the ground. Keep the numbers down. Protect yourself and the people you're around. COVID in town, 6 feet apart and 6 feet in the ground. Stay alive, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive.
To all the mothers out there, the ones that have passed and the ones who are still here with us, God bless. I remember Mama and the love that she gave. Building had her bedside, I could still hear Mama say, people are better than you, George, don't let them down. I remember Mama in a happy way. We went to school, we took
Hey, I was searching for the truth night and day. Yeah. Never gave up on the faith. I stayed strong. I never gave in. And he was there just in time to rescue me. He was there just in time to rescue me. He was there just in time to rescue me. Have you suffered a broken heart? And it seems like hope was gone, but he was there just in time to rescue you. Oh, I'm so glad God loves me. When I looked at all He's done for me, He paid the price for me. I was blind, but now I see. He was fair, just in time to rescue me. Oh, he was there, just in time to rescue me. Oh, he was there, yes he was, to rescue me. Lord, he was there.
Jamaica.
Best decision ever.
Feel the sand between your toes and the gentle waves of the sea on your skin. Feel the warm Jamaican breeze lift your spirits and nourish your soul. Escape to exactly what makes your heart beat. You will love every moment. Jamaica, heartbeat of the world. Let's go.
Keep we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it. Keep we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it.
No dash no paper, no dash no plastic. Dispose your garbage responsibly. No know how to recycle, learn it quick. And if you drop it, better pick up every piece of it. Plastics last forever, don't forget the bits. Cause when them touch the street, them end up in the sea. Collect pan the reef where they fish them feed. And when you want seafood, I eat your
Keep
eat.
we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it. No dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica.
Times in our lives, we all have pain. We all have...
Oh, yes. It is that time again on a Friday for Racing Business, Big People's Business with Dr. Paul Wright and trainer Will Suter. Gentlemen, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here and ready.
Okay. Well, without any further hesitation, I'm handing over to both of you. It's Racing Business.
Racing business, big people business on your number one radio station, Rebel Music. And we're going to be having a 10 race program tomorrow. The first race is at 11:45 a.m. and we have four feature races where trophies will be presented to the winners. And it is all looking after the vets, the veterinarians, the ones who keep the horses sound and make sure that there are now unsound horses running at the race course and helping those that get sick. So we have 10 races on tap. Well, Suter is here with me. And just to remind all you listeners, your selection, my selection, and Well Suter's selection, we're doing very well. And some nice ones are coming in. Well, Suter, he presents a good look at the outsiders, and he has been doing very well. So we're going to get the show on the road. The first race on the program is at 11:45 a.m. It's a full furlong straight, and we have 10 horses going to keep the post, and it will be the 5-year-olds and up there that all the betting opportunities are available. And here are my top four in race number one. Number seven, Cruising Power. Number eight, the favorite, Okahumka. Matriarch, number nine, and on the outside, Money Marshall. You'll notice I've selected the four outside horses because in the straight, at the present time, the outside horses do have a distinct advantage, although sometimes the faster horses may be drawn on the inside and you'll see them tacking over. I remember on Sunday, a horse drawn one in a straight five came right up against the inside race, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and we can start with a banker. Okahumka is much better than this group, and my firm selection in the first race, number 8, Okahumka, over you, Well Suter.
Yes, I'm gonna confirm Oka Oka. But number six, Senora Kwanzi is out in this race. So it will be 8-6-10 for me.
8-6-10 in the first race is Well Suited selection. He agrees with me. Okahunka seems to be a little better than this group. The second race, over 6 furlongs, is for the claiming group 1,000,000 to 800,000, just below overnight allowance. We only have 7 going to the post in the second race, and I'm going to give you the top 3 here. 6 furlongs, and my top 3 in the second race. Number 3, Alexa's Dream, Dane Dawkins and Gear Sobrati. This combination has been doing very well, so keep an eye on it. Number 4, Rum With Me, and that is Roger Hewitt for Fernando Geddes. Anybody notice over the weekend Roger Hewitt on some very long price horses? So he's on form. And the leading rider, Nuclear Noon, with the odds-on favorite in this one. This time, they're teaming up with Anthony Nunes. 3, 4, and 5 in the second race. Number 5 is a standout. Let's hear from Well Suter.
I'm gonna go with number 5, Nuclear Noon. He's the banker in this race. He should get the better of number 2, Stranger Danger, and Run With Me.
Number 2 and number 3 are the Dangers. Danger, number 2 and number 3, Alexa's Dream. But he agrees with me that number 5, Nuclear Noon, should keep young Terence Foster, T. Foster, from the lead of the rush to the Japanese Championship. The third race is for the 200 to 250,000 claimers, 7.5 furlongs or 1,500 meters. This time, 8 horses will go to the post, and we have all the betting opportunities for you. Double, exacta, quinella, trifecta, superfecta, high five, and never forget that lucrative rolling triple. So here are my top 4 in race number 3. I'm going to number 3, Sunshine Cat. Number 4, War of the Roses. Number 5, Ricky Ricardo. And number 7, Bay Commander. 3, 4, 5, and 7. The race for me is between Ricky Ricardo with Young Lewis and Bay Commander with a resurgent Bebito Harvey. He's really riding very well, but I'm going to go with Lewis and EA Sobrati teaming up for this one. It's really odd to see Eros Sobrati going for one of the top jockeys, so he knows he has some confidence here. Ricky Ricardo for me to get the better of Big Commander, and number 3, Sunshine Cat, and War of the Roses for your superfecta. Well, Suter in the third race.
Well, last week I gave you Bay Commander. I told you it was a good looking horse at this time. You make it 2 in a row. Bay Commander for me by Ricky Ricardo and Sunshine Cat. Sunshine Cat.
And Sunshine Cat. That 7-5-3 uh, 7-5-3 for Welsh Scooter, and he has gone with big commander Babita Harvey, really riding very well. And he rides this 1 kilo overweight for young McIntosh. The fourth race on the program is a sprint, 5.5 furlongs or 1,100 meters. For native bred 5-year-olds, thus be non-winners of 3, the imported ones, non-winners of 2. Bigger field, 9 horses, and my top 4 in race number 4. Number 1, True Bavada. Young Parchment and D. Russell teaming up for this one. Parchment is going through a dry spell. We'll look for him to break that spell anytime now. Make a note of that. Number 4 in the fourth race is Nakamura with Lewis. Number 8, Silver Fox. That's the mount of Dane Dawkins and Gear Sobrati. And number 7, Victoria's Medallion, Lester Piggott. O'Mallings for Leroy Tomlinson. So my top ones here, 1, 4, 8, and 7 in the fourth race. Very close to me between Pruvavada and Silver Fox. Silver Fox has got the better of this one in the past, and I think will do so again. In the fourth race, I'm going to Silver Fox, just over Trubavada, and Nakamura and Victoria's Medallion. Welch, in the fourth, what say you?
I think Silver Fox will stay as a bridesmaid. I'm gonna go with number 1, True Bavado, to get the better of Silver Fox and Nakamura. 1, 8, and 4.
Silver Fox and Nakamura to run up behind Trubavada. 1, 8, and 4. That's the choice of well-suited Truvavada there to get the better of Silver Fox with Dane Dawkins and Phil Parchment fighting out this one. Both of them going at 55 kilos and 54 kilos. Race number 5 coming up, and this one is over 6.5 furlongs of 1,300 meters. For native bred 4-year-olds, non-winners of 2, and we have another 9 horses going to the post. In the 9th race, here in the 5th race, here are my top 4. I'm going with number 4. She's My Friend. Number 4, Ronnie Foster and young Pearson teaming up for that. Number 7, Get a Pepsi. Good to see Edwards and Burke teaming up for this one. Edwards is a really artist. Good to see him getting a chance, because this one has a lot of chances here in number 9, Potential, young Patterson and my top 4 here, 2, 4, 7, and 9. All for tomorrow. Make a note. Number 4, Foster and Pearson, I think, will do. Let's see what Ronnie Bangala will do now. Over to you, Well-Suitor.
Number 7, Get a Pepsi. It was wide whispered and spread the last time about the Get a Pepsi. Coming off the break. After that run, Get a Pepsi is a banker here. But Get a Pepsi can be a 5-star banker in this race. He's got to get the better of an auto like Select Me or Never on a Sunday. But Get a Pepsi is a 5-star banker in this race.
So we have the 5-star banker and the cook food special. That looks like a nice exactor. Number 4, Rani Bangali and well suited. His 5-star banker. Get a Pepsi, giving young Edwards his first victory in 2023. Race number 6 is one of the feature races. It's the Anybet.com sprint. And they go 5 furlongs straight or 1,000 meters straight. 14 horses will be thundering down the straight. And we're going to give you our top 4 in race number 6. We're going to start with number 5, Noble Impulse. Madison and Nunes teaming up for this one. Number 6, Gilbert. Never leave out young Fiani. He has young Richardson to ride this one. The maestro has a Gilbert in this one. Number 7, Slammer, the favorite. Anthony Thomas and Richie Azan teaming up for this one. This will be the big favorite. Number 9, posing already, Foster and Pearson again. You know, Pearson always likes to come for the double. 5, 6, 7, and 9. I believe that Slammer is better than this field and will justify favoritism. In the 6th race, I'm going to number 7, Slammer, to get the better of Gilbert and posing already. Welch.
You know, the same three horses I fancy here. Slam, Slammer should be a banker here. Slammer over Gilbert and Poison already. That will be the trifecta. But Slammer for me, from a very good place.
7. Good. So you're going to hear the two tipsters on the program, and I wanted to just make an extra mark on your race paper. 6, 7, and 9 for the trifecta, and we all select number 7 as the winner of race number 6. Moving on to number 7 is the Jamaica Equine Veterinary Association Trophy. This time they're going to the maiden condition race, none 3-year-olds, maidens, and we have 11 of them. Now, 3-year-old maidens are those waiting in the wings to come and unleash the best for us, and we might see some very good classic horses coming out of this one. They're going 9 furlongs and 25 yards or 1,820 meters. Here are my top 4 in race number 7. Number 3, Life is Life. Number 4, Brown Skin Girl, MPRS links, called it Empress links, and number 10, Hot Stepper. The key to this, you will notice, none of these horses have gone a distance of ground, but you have to look back on the breeding and how they work in the mornings, who will get 9 furlongs and 25 yards. So my top ones here, the one himself, Brown Skin Girl. Louis from Jason Acosta teaming up for this one. That's my firm selection in the Jamaica Equine Veterinary Association Trophy. Welch, race number 7.
This race is a very funny race. I just said this race might be got a classic horse out of it. But Brown Skin Girl is a fillet. We have good horses in this lineup. Home Alone. Home Alone is a very outstanding entry here. This race is tailor-made for Home Alone. There's a horse, the number 1 horse, Kem. Kem looks very good in the mornings. I just say you want to know who look good in the morning. So I'm going to go with Home Alone to get the better of Kem, which is an outsider. And this is life. Lamba Girl was seen closing on last, so Lamba Girl must have a shot. But the outers will come up in this one. So Home Alone, 8-1-3 for me.
8-1-3 for Well Suitor, and those are the ones. But if you listen to Well Suitor and the word that I'm getting from the track, Home Alone might just start as the favorite, and we'll see Bebita Harvey and young Ferguson, Colin Ferguson, teaming up for this one. Race number 8 is over 6.5 furlongs or 1,300 meters. For native at 4-year-olds, non-winners of 2, only 9 going to the post. My top 4 in race number 8. Number 1, AKA Storm. Dawkins and Dixon. Good to see Dixon getting Dawkins to ride his horse for him. That's a very good there. Number 5, Ava Jalen at a very good price. Put this one in your bets. Number 8, Don Vincenzo. And number 9, Princess Tiffany. 1, 5, 8, and 9. Now, Don Vincenzo has young sobriety. This time he has gone for another sobriety, and he has asked Anthony Thomas to ride Don Vincenzo. Has a bad habit of walking out the gates, but my little purpose is that this one will do well tomorrow. So I'm going to number 8, Don Vincenzo, to get the better of Princess Tiffany. In the 8th race, Well Suitor, what say you?
There's a horse by the name of Runaway Icon, number 4. Runaway Icon has been given trouble in riding. Every jockey that rides that horse look awkward at him. He tries to eject the rider at all time. But Runaway Icon with J. Ennis now should experience J. Ennis should get his balance. Number 4 for me, Runaway Icon to get the better of AK Storm and Don Vincenzo.
1, 4, 1, and 8. 4, 1, and 8 is the one from the great man himself, Well Suitor. The co-feature of the day is the Enibet 18th anniversary trophy race. 6 furlongs or 1,200 meters for native 3-year-olds, non-winners of 2. 12 horses will go over 6 furlongs, and there'll be a mad rush to the inside to come around that bend, and they come out of the gates. Here are my top 4 in race number 9. Number 1, Burlap will be in front as they leave the gate, so make a note of that. Number 5, Electrode, Foster and Nunes. Number 6, Volatility, Pinnock and Nunes. And number 7, that was Ability, Wacky Lynch and Neil Patterson teaming up for this one. 1, 5, 6, and 7. Electrode is quick, and I expect will catch Burlap as they drive toward the wire. And with the number 5, Electrode to get the better of Burlap, volatility, and ability. Well, Suitor, race number 9, the Enabet 60.
This race has a lot of horses that won handily when releasing their maiden. Burlap shows class. Ability made one move all the way. Ability for me, and Burlap will fight out this finish. I'll have to go with Burlap, Anthony Thomas, to get the better of number 7, volatility. I don't know who will be third, but that's the way. 1, 6, 1, 7.
That's a nice exacta because those are in my top 4 as well. 1, a Burlap just to get the better of number 6 ability. That from well Suitor. The last race is the dig out handicap. The Jamaica Veterinary Board World Vet Day Trophy. And this one is over 1 mile or 8 furlongs. 13 to the post. And what a way to bring down the card. Feature race, a cup race, a trophy race, and 13 horses thunder the straight as they try to get to the wire in front. Here in race number 10. Number 1, Blue Vinyl. These will take all the betting. But folks, for these 2 horses. We're going to have some horses that run very well. I realize this one very well, as known to get the distance of ground, but Prince Smile. 1, 2, and 11. They're going to be winning to get the better perfect view. I realize, and waiting on you, Welsh. Jamaica Veterinary Board World Vet Day Trophy.
I'm gonna go with Blue Vinyl. 172.
172 as the top 3 in that one. Well, those are the selections. Those of you who tuned in late, let me go over them for you. In the first race, we both select number 8, Okahumka. In the second race, we both select number 5, Nuclear Noon. In the third race, I'm going to number 5, Ricky Ricardo. Well, Suitor selected number 7, Bay Commander, to repeat and do what he did the last time. In the fourth race, my selection is number 8, Silver Fox. Well, Suitor going at number 7. No, in the fourth race, well,
number 1.
Number 1, and that's Bavado. In the fifth race, I'm going with my Cook Food Special, number 4, Rani Bangali. The 5-star banker for Well Suitor is number 7, Get a Pepsi. In the seventh race, I'm going to number 4. In the sixth race, I'm going to number 7, That Slammer. Well Suitor agrees with me. In the seventh race, I'm going to number 4, Brown Skin Girl. Well Suitor goes at number 8, Home Alone, working very well in the mornings. In the eighth race, my firm selection is number 8, Don Vincenzo. Well Suitor, he goes with number 4, and that's Runaway Icon. In the ninth, the Enabet 18th anniversary trophy, I'm going with number 5, Electrode. Well Suitor has Burla just getting the better of number 7, Ability. And in the last race, we both agree on number 1, Blue Vinyl. That's your selections. Make sure that you use the selections of Well Suitor, who goes with Outers, the Doc and the Cook Food Special, and the 5-star banker, and your selection. Thanks for listening, and be sure to listen to Rebel Radio next week, Friday, another edition of
Yes. Want to thank Dr. Wright and Well Suitor for the racing business, big people business. And remember that if you want to win big money at the track, you must listen to these two gentlemen. They know what they are talking about. Well, we have come to the end of our live programs for today. And we want to thank all our participants, listeners and viewers to Rebel Radio. And to urge you to keep tuned to Rebel Radio on the internet, Google, where we will remain live for 24 hours every day. So, until Monday when we will have our live programs, stay safe and healthy and stay tuned to Rebel Radio. I am Desmond Richards.
Precious memories, unseen angel.